India-born Ivan Manuel Menezes, the CEO of global spirits giant Diageo, passed away on Wednesday at 64 years old in London. Now, Menezes, he was to retire at the end of this month, was admitted to the hospital for treatment of health condition, but he could not make it through. Why are we discussing this story? Because Menezes was an Indian born. He was born in Pune. He's a story of how Indians are making it big in the global leadership landscape. His father, Manuel Menezes, was the chairman of the Indian Railways Board. He was educated in prestigious St. Stephen's College right here in Delhi and later in Indian Institute of Management in Ahmedabad. He is leaving behind a very, very rich legacy. We had the opportunity to speak to some of the people who've known him. They are heartbroken. He was very young, died too soon, Krishna, and leaves behind a very rich legacy at an organization that perhaps has a great market share and more importantly, I think, serves as how a lesson in leadership. And there is a playbook here. Not just him, from Google CEO to YouTube CEO, and a legacy of Indian leaders who are, some have passed away, some currently continue to be at the helm of power, but leading the way on what to be a leader and how to be a leader.
Interesting you mentioned all those names. All the names you mentioned apart from Mr. Menezes are technology related CEOs. Mr. Menezes, if I may, belongs to the old vintage. Because 1997 was when he joined, liquor giant Diageo, and then he's, taken positions across the world for Diageo. He's also been a non-executive director at the American brand Coach as well. So he's, he was even knighted in the 2023 New Year's Honors list as well. So you're talking about an incredible human being and a corporate giant who's accomplished so much. And the sweet irony is this: an Indian-born CEO who went on to do so many big things for this company and become the emblem of this company. So many of the company's brands are like ruling the roost here in India, across liquor categories, especially whiskey. You have Johnny Walker, Signature, Royal Challenge. Some of the biggest, most famous brands in India, consumed by Indians, belong to the Diageo stable. And it's certainly a sad day that, when Mr. Menezes passing away just a month before he was to retire. It's absolutely, tragic that he passed away. Such a doyen of a man, passing away before his time came to let go of the reins officially. So it's a good thing to remember that, as far as the Indian management, Indian CEOs go, it's not just about technology. We've been generating and making good managers for a very long time now.
Absolutely, from Vimo to YouTube to Chanel, you've got Indian leaders everywhere, and Menezes was just one of them. He of course leaves behind a rich legacy, but many of them continue to exist and continue to thrive in various positions, not just in IT, as you mentioned, from fashion brand to retail brands. You've got Indians everywhere in the top management. I keep
saying IT because we keep referring to Satya Nadella and Sundar Pichai all the time.
I just mentioned Chanel.
I know. No, I'm saying people in general. They,
Absolutely.
Even Shantanu Narayan, Adobe.
Shantanu Narayan.
So again, Adobe, another tech company. The fact of the matter is that it's because
let's admit it, we are good at tech, Krishna.
We are fantastic at tech, and we're great at other things as well. Being the point.
Absolutely. So our tribute to Menezes, who passed away at the age of 64.